Hello everyone, I am Vikram Singh Kushwa. Today we are going to learn about the course outcomes of what we studied in our minor DSA, that is Data Science and Analytics. So to start with, we started with our first unit. The name of our first unit was Introduction to Data Warehouse. As the name suggests, we here learned about the overview of what is data warehouse, the need of its components, its architecture, all the characteristics, the goals that data warehouse offers, and the most basic thing, that why we need data house over databases. Because till now we have learned databases play a very important role, and the concepts which we are being taught are actually influencing us, but data warehouses are more better in this world due to reused data. So that we have learned in the data warehouse and its difference. Next thing that we learned in this unit was knowledge discovery, the challenges and the importance of metadata repositories. Metadata is the data about data which we have learned here, which play a very crucial role because it seems to be a very less amount of knowledge, but it's not like that. The main outcome of the first unit was to understand the data warehouse architecture. For starting the next complex thing, we first need to know what it is and what is it about. So as you can see in the first slide, data warehouse is a database designed to enable business intelligence activities. Mainly we are doing DSA for machine intelligence or business intelligence. So this is the prior step to do the next big thing, because everything needs data, and this is what we are doing in this course. It exists to help users understand and enhance their organization's performance. It usually contains historical data which is derived from a transaction data. Now we need this because data is shared over the network. There are many versions, and even if in a very small organization just like college, if we observe, we find that many teachers, colleagues and various departments maintain their data in their own style. So a data scientist has its work to organize the data, to manage and manipulate the data in a manner such that they can be used for a global thing. This is the knowledge discovery. Extract interesting knowledge, rules, regularities, pattern, constraints from data in large collection. Basically, the main thing is that we are giving data as an input, and in knowledge discovery, we are extracting the things which we are needing, and we are getting the knowledge from it. The second unit that we learned is operations on data warehouse. We learned about data pre-processing. That is a next topic for being a professional data analytics is the data pre-processing, data cleansing, data integration. These are the topics which are learned by every data scientist. Again, after doing cleansing, data integration, we need data reduction, because we cannot manipulate such a large amount of data which is historical, containing amount or information about 10 years of information. Next we need to do is data transformation and discretization. The next thing which we learned is about concept hierarchy, data quality, data warehouse design, distributed data warehouse, real-time data warehouse architecture. The main outcome of this second unit was to outline the various pre-processing operations on data warehouse. The first chapter gives the idea about data warehouse, whereas in second we have started to use the data warehouse by applying proper operations. So here we are learning to manipulate the data, the basic step or the first step which we have to operate. Now why do we need pre-processing? Because if there is no quality in data, there is no quality in mining results. Just for example, if we have a glance over the project suggesting things, you cannot keep a perfume bottle near a rice bag, because if the data is wrong or it is having some noise due to prehistorical data, it will always suggest to buy a perfume bottle with rice if previously many people have bought the same thing. So a smart data analytics analyzes such things, and data preprocessing is applied here so that incorrect results or misleading statistics are not being manipulated. So data warehouse need consistent integration of data quality. Data extraction, data cleaning, and transformation comprises the majority of work of building a data warehouse. The main steps which we are including in operations of data warehouse is data cleaning, data integration and transformation, and data reduction. The next thing which we need to know is about central tendency. Actually, there are many integer many numerical operations we need to perform in a database. So here is the unit which tells us about how to manipulate the numerical operations. Like sometimes we need to find a typical value for a probability distribution, so which we can say as the central tendency of anything. So we calculate it by using certain mean or median or mode. So mean, there are also 5 methods which we are learning about: arithmetic mean, weighted mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, trimmed mean. Again, median and mode. Median being the middle value, mode being the frequency of the value, and mean is the average. We learned how to apply different type of mean on different type of data, because the basic mean which we have learned is the arithmetic mean, which we cannot apply everywhere because it depends on how the data is, the kind of data and its classification. The third unit tells us about data warehouse modeling and OLAP. OLAP, the new term which we are learning here, the main outcome is to apply the various operations on OLAP cubes and schema modeling. Here we are learning 3 types of OLAP cubes. First is multi-dimensional OLAP, MOLAP, which is abbreviated, relational OLAP or ROLAP, and hybrid OLAP, which is the combination of the above two. These are the various models which we are learning, which is the basic knowledge. The first thing, which is the technical thing to studies, is Kimball model and Inmon model. Both the approaches are different but very crucial and have its own advantages and disadvantages according to application. Both are opposite to each other but yet effective and same. You can see in the diagram how Kimball model works and how Inmon model works. One creating data marts first and then into databases, whereas the opposite method is followed by the other one. The next unit starts with the introduction to data science. Previously in unit 3, the topics which we have covered is dimension and facts, its type, granularity of facts, the need and the measure and categorization of measures, data mart, OLAP cubes, cube operations, scheme modeling, that is stars, snowflake, and star constellation. Just as we learn in databases how tables are maintained and how things are organized, similarly in data warehouses there are 3 types of schema modeling. That's the most important part of this unit, which everyone needs to focus on, is that those 3 schemas: star, snowflake, and star constellation. Next comes the introduction to data science. Data science is a study of where information comes from, what it represents, and how it can be turned into a valuable resource in the creation of business and IT strategies. What is data scientist? What is data analyst? This can be read from the PPT. Here we are including that how data science is creating its impression, what are the transformations that are coming into various fields or in our day-to-day life. The main outcome of this unit was to elaborate the need of data science. This is the first step of realizing the student how data science is playing a role, how it is important, how it is influencing everywhere. Now after the introduction, which is covering all the basic facts of how data science is needed, like there are various major issues in data mining, then descriptive, predictive and prescriptive data analysis techniques, and predictive modeling, so such are its applications. Next comes regression and correlation, the most important thing which every data analytics must know, that is the data is having a certain correlation and it maintains a regression. If there is correlation, there is surely a regression. The concepts of correlation and regression are covered in unit number 3. The main outcome of this was to apply regression methods for a given data set. The thing which we always say that we are predicting something or calculating and manipulating the data to have an outcome, all this is actually the magic of performing operations on numerical data, and that comes from regression and correlation. Here we are learning linear logistic regression, Poisson regression, simple multiple regression, nonlinear regression, correlation coefficient, and all these methods are applicable on specific type of data. Just for example, if we are having the comparison of variations of data, then we are using f-test. Then there are various type of tests, z-test, t-test, and then we are also learning ANOVA, where there are more than 2 variations which we have to compare. Measuring performance of a model, accuracy, ROC curves, precision recall curves, all this we have learnt and covered in regression and correlation unit number 5. The last unit, that is 6th one, is frequent item sets mining. It contains market basket analysis. It is a modeling technique based upon the theory that if you buy a certain group of items, you are more or less likely to buy another group of items, which can be best shown in Amazon or any online shopping site, because they always attract you by giving you suggestions which are very similar to what you have just bought. So areas in which it can be applied is analysis of credit card purchases or telephone calling patterns, identification of fraudulent medical insurance claims, and also analysis of telecom services purchases. The main outcome of this unit was to summarize the basic concepts of frequent item sets. Here we are learning our basket analysis, support and confidence, frequent item sets, closed item sets, and associated rules. Mainly the pattern we are studying here. So this is how what we have covered in data science and analytics, the prior step of becoming a data scientist. The basic concepts like data warehouse, the modeling, schema modeling, and the conceptual things, whereas also the numerical operations which everyone needs to know for manipulating data. And lastly, the need that we for what we are learning, what is data science, and lastly the main application where data science is being applied. Thank you.